Hello. I have this problem when we're doing collective worship for the schools. I can never get the candles to cooperate. And the reason I'm lighting the candle is because Sunday is the 72nd birthday of the National Health Service. And we've been lighting candles for them throughout these past weeks, and I thought it was appropriate to light one now. I remember just over 2 years ago, Richard and I went to a service in Salisbury Cathedral to celebrate the 70th birthday of the NHS. In his sermon then, Bishop Nicholas said that if you wanted to tell a story about Britain in the 20th century, the NHS would be at its heart. Its principles and values, he said, reflected the best of how we want to live. Even though he was speaking in the light of the city's then recent experience of Novichok, he can have had no idea how prophetic those words would be. As less than 2 years later, we've come to realise how much we've taken the NHS for granted, and how much we owe to a sense of deep vocation which seems to encompass every level, from cleaner to consultant. NHS workers, staff in care homes, home and family carers and other key workers have all borne a heavy burden over these last 100 days. So perhaps you won't be surprised that it was they who came into my mind when I read the words, "Come to me, all you that are weary and are carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." During lockdown, and perhaps even more as we come out of it, we've been learning to carry burdens which once would have seemed unreasonable or unbearably heavy, but which now have become more natural and part of our daily lives. Burdens like isolation, social distancing, cleaning and sanitizing almost everything that moves, locking our churches, not seeing the people we love, and missing out on important family events, all to protect not just ourselves and our families, but total strangers. Okay, I know not everyone has become a saint overnight. I watch the news like everyone else. But many, many people have become a little bit kinder and gentler, more compassionate, in the literal sense that we have perforce been walking beside one another through suffering, bearing together the burden of the numbers which still rise relentlessly every day. The burden of knowing that behind each number was a human face, a grieving family, a unique loss. These are the burdens that Jesus helps us to carry. Teaching, healing, and caring for others, caring for the other, were the hallmarks of his earthly ministry, and so are at the heart of our Christian life today. Some of us may be more directly involved than others because of our jobs or because of our volunteering roles, but we are all called to play our part, and that is why the image of the yoke is so powerful. If you look it up, a yoke is a wooden beam which links two animals so they can work together to pull the plough or whatever their task is. Jesus is reminding us that we are never alone when we wear his yoke. Sometimes he will link us to others. Sometimes he will share it himself. But he will always be with us, lightening the load. Even though the restrictions are lifting slowly, as everyone keeps reminding us, the pandemic is not over. There is not yet a cure for the virus, and we must continue to pray for that. But one thing which did not change during lockdown and will not change now is the love of God for his people and his words of invitation. Come to me, all you that are weary and are carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Happy birthday, NHS.